Hey, Josh, what's happening?
How's it going, John? It is Monday yet again. It feels like I blinked twice, and here we are.
You're not kidding, man.
it,
Oh my God, dude.
but there is a pattern here I'm noticing.
Yeah.
Last Monday it was beautiful out while
Mhm.
here on the show. Tonight again, beautiful, beautiful.
Yes.
Do you know how it has been here lately?
Yeah.
Wet
Oh
and
man.
gray.
Yeah. It's whatever you get. Typically, I'm getting it 4 to 5 hours later. And I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, yeah, it's just been soggy and just more soggy.
Yeah.
But today, it's been gorgeous. It really has.
Yes, it sure
Yeah,
has.
I
Yeah.
saw my drones. I actually took the Ford T. I put it in the truck this morning. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll get something time to. No, I won't. It did not happen. You go out with the best intentions and just I'm planning to. If I see something, I did, however, though, and Captain Ray, you'll be interested in this. I did find a new spot for some ospreys that's like within, I don't know, got to be 5 minutes of my house. And
Oh wow.
yeah, I saw actually it picked up a trout out of a stream and brought it up. I'm like, oh, I got to pull over this and that. And the other. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be late for work. I got to get to work. I got to go to work. I got to work. So
Eh,
the hell
Work
with
will be
work.
there when you
Yeah,
get there. It's fine.
yeah,
It's fine. It'll be
that's
good.
what. Yeah, yeah. I was interviewing for some new positions today for people coming in. So I had to be.
Oh,
I actually had to
not
be on
not
time.
not
I had
you
to be.
interview.
Yeah, no, not me. No, I had to be responsible today. So, but yeah, so that worked out. But how'd you do over the weekend? Did you have a good weekend?
I did. I didn't get to actually get out. I ended up doing some maintenance around here.
Hmm.
I, as you know, I've been in the process of upgrading some of my storage around here.
Yep. Oh
So I
yeah.
uh, re- redid my local NAS I have here. I got that up to, I think I have 23 terabytes now on that.
Oh yeah.
Um, so
Nice.
very, very happy to finally have that done. I've been holding my breath because I've been actually working on a single drive for the last couple of months
Oh boy.
because I've been trying to offload things so I could build this up.
Hmm.
And I picked a bad time to buy the drives. So,
Yeah. Oh boy, you're not kidding, man. It's
but
just it.
but I got them at a decent price, and for how much they're going for, I got them at a
Mhm.
decent price.
Okay.
And all I got to say is I'm really surprised Walmart actually had NAS drives at my local store, and they were
Wow.
they were excellent ones. So I snagged them up.
Nice.
I got the last two they had.
Beautiful. There you go. That's a good time.
But so yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't fly, but I at least got my storage here kind of ironed out. So
Okay. All right. That's good. Did it installation go well? Not nothing too crazy.
everything went super super smooth.
Nice.
Didn't have any issues at all. So
Okay.
uh, just had to go around and map everything
Yeah.
because
Yep.
I only have about 7 or 8 PCs and laptops I actually use often. So
Well, listen, if you ever have any problems, I know a guy in IT that knows everything.
really
That's all he does. He does it full time.
nice,
So
nice. Well,
yeah.
I'll keep you in mind
Okay.
because I'm sure I'll have an issue at some point here.
Yeah. As the saying goes, I got a guy. I got a guy.
It's funny though. I think I have that guy's phone number, and it rings to me for some reason. I don't understand
As a
it.
matter of fact, it does. Oh
Uh,
man.
but
But
to answer a question, Lauren, I do have multiples here. I have a couple I use. I'm trying to get a picture server going that actually will auto tag everything for me, so I don't have to actually sit there and add tags in. That's part of what I'm aiming for here. So I'll let everyone know how that's going. I haven't gotten that far into it yet here, but I definitely have a few projects here happening. So
nice.
should have
Good
done
work on
them
it.
sooner in the year, but
Listen, right on top of it. You're not late, so that's all that matters. You know?
Right.
Well, dude, we have a very special guest tonight.
Phenomenal guest.
Yeah. I'm so excited to have this guy on. He's the stuff. I mean, literally just come out of nowhere and took the lead on everything across the board when it comes to, vlogging and stuff. I'm just really excited to see where he gets going, because the stuff he's putting out is pretty impressive. So I think we're out of pizza in the back in the green room.
All gone. Yeah, all gone back there.
Let's bring in our special guest, Alex Haggert.
How you doing?
There we go.
You got it. Hey guys, how you doing?
There we go. Good. How you doing,
Hey, Alex?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on. I really feel honored.
Nice. No, I appreciate you coming on, man. Some of the stuff you've been doing lately is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everything that you had out there has been amazing.
I appreciate that. I mean, I try my best. I put my best foot forward, and I'm just happy that it shows and people appreciate it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. When you post, there's a couple of them. I've rewatched them probably 2 or 3 times. Just the cinematography and the whole, just the way you're going about it all is just really impressive. It's exciting
thank you. I
to see,
appreciate
because
that.
I sit back, I'm like, oh my God, my game sucks. I really gotta get this in
you
here.
guys do
This
great.
is
Everyone does
terrible.
great, honestly.
As I see it, we
And
all have our own style.
Exactly. Everyone
Yeah.
has a great way of going about it. Everyone sees things differently, and I think that's what's really cool about, flying drones and cinematography and videography and vlogging and all these things. I've never vlogged before, so for me to go down to Florida and enjoy the South Florida drone meetup and actually vlog it, when I first put that camera in front of me in the hotel room, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, because that was the first time I've ever done that. And I'm like looking at myself like, I don't know if I'm gonna actually follow through with this, but I'm happy I did. Really.
Yeah. It came out fantastic. It really did. It was just the way you went about it was perfect. I mean, it literally was like off the charts. I was like, wow, this is great. I mean, what a lead in, what a way to start,
Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I've tried. I have hours of stuff that I haven't even touched, because I started actually looking it over, and I'm like, what am I doing? This isn't me. So
But I the funny thing is I worked in kitchens for a really long time. I was the head chef of a restaurant. I started as a dishwasher. I worked my way all the way up. I could have led that restaurant for the end of time. But I had kids young, and I just, I realized I was working weekends, I was working holidays. So I went back to school to get a degree. I have a bachelor's degree in digital media production. I was going to go for something audio related, but the associate part of that degree is actually learning videography. So when I actually ended up doing the videography portion of that, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to do this. And then towards the end of it, one of my teachers got connections with me at the Westport Watershed Alliance. They wanted to do a drone overview of the watershed in association with their new headquarters that they had established. So I bought a drone, and I was like, this is going to be awesome. Like, I'm going to incorporate the drone footage with this. And then I just fell in love with it. I felt like, this is really, really cool. This is a different dynamic of things that they weren't even teaching me in school, that I was just kind of learning myself. So I got the Mavic Air 2 when it first came out, and I was flying that around, and I just went from there. But it's been an amazing journey, just kind of taking all those elements, like I was saying in my vlog, like, I do this full time for a marketing and advertisement company, but I never do it for me. And I'm like, it's kind of cool that I don't have a boss or anyone over me telling me, like, this is how you should film, this is how you should do it. I'm just like, I'm just having fun. And I'm like, this looks cool, that looks cool. I'm going to film this. I'm going to go over there. There's police flying drones here and there. And, it was really cool. So I had a good time doing it.
very awesome. Very awesome. Now I if I heard correctly, actually you said that your first drone was the Mavic Air 2, huh?
Yep.
What a way to start. Great.
That was right at the threshold of where that Mavic Air, where they had all the cool colors and stuff. They looked like really cool. And then they came out with the 2, and I was like, I paid for it with the money that I had made from my capstone, which, I kind of, it was like, I'm going to go for it. And either I suck at this and I'm going to have to pay for this out of pocket, or it's going to go good. And, and it all worked out. So thank God. But, yeah, no, that drone treated me really well. And then I got the Mini 4 Pro after that. I recently got the Radio Master TX15. I've been kind of practicing on the simulator because I kind of want to start getting the FPV stuff as well and just kind of bring it full circle. And as I'm learning about that, that's also super interesting and super fun to learn about.
Yeah. There's a lot there. There's so many options. There's so many types. My suggestion, pick what flying style you're interested in. Look at drones that are built for that.
Yeah.
And then once you get up in the air and start flying around, if you want to do something else, get a drone built for that as well, because there's no one size fits all that I've seen. There's so many different options.
I mean, that was the crazy thing that when I did my research, I was like, wow, like I thought FPV was like FPV, but then I was like, you have your cine whoops and then you have your like freestyle drones and you have like, I'm like, okay, so you get into FPV, but then there's what FPV fly, like what pilot are you trying to be? So I was like, oh, that's really interesting. That I don't think a lot of people actually, unless they do their own research and they want to get into FPV, they don't realize that there's so many different facets of and learning one is not the same as the other. So it's really interesting.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think whatever you end up doing, though, you'll end up just absolutely perfecting it. From everything I've seen so far of your work, you'll have zero issues. None.
I appreciate it. Right now, I'm on the simulator. I can't get in and out of that barn yet, but I'm working on it.
Well, I will say this: whatever direction you're going, whatever controller you're currently actually using, I'm not sure actually what you have, but I would definitely try to make sure that it's the same one that you're going to use. That way, where everything's at. So.
Well, that's why I have the Radio Master TX15, which they recommend I could get I could have plugged a PlayStation controller in if I really wanted to, but I was like, I got this one because I was like, exactly what you said. I think I can learn with it. And I've seen a lot of people who are doing really amazing stuff and my controller will pop up on their screen. I was like, I have that controller. So I'm like, super excited to like actually get my first one. I've been flying with a couple people that actually fly the real deal, and I'm like, you can't just land this thing. There's just so much more to it. That's like, wow, this is the cool thing about it is you can do anything. The scary part about it is because you can do anything, you have to really be tailored to your craft or you're going to hurt somebody. So,
right.
Yeah. And if I'm correct, you don't live too far away from some pretty awesome pilots up there. So
yeah, no, Rhode Island, we're coming up. I think it was me, Mark, and Jacob down there in Florida. So like we making a presence from Rhode Island. So.
That was awesome having all of you actually there too. I mean, finally getting to actually meet everybody last year up there, and then seeing you guys down actually there was absolutely awesome. And I'm sure for you actually that was a different deal as well, because the scenery down there is a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean and that's the cool thing that like when you guys did the meetup up here, I've been to like gatherings, which are small meetups, but that was my first bigger meetup where there's just so many people that are doing so many things. And there's so many things you see online that you don't see in real life. And I think that's the really cool part about it. You get to see it up close. Like in Florida, the V-Copter really impressed me. Mm-hmm. And so I looked at the price. I was like, oh, maybe I thought maybe it was a little cheaper than the DJI stuff. And I was like, that thing looked really cool kind of flying in the air. You just kind of see some things up close that you don't really get to see in real life. So like, the meetups I think are super cool to go to. And, I've thoroughly enjoyed meeting everybody.
and Dale went to the meetup too. So sorry, Dale.
Yeah, sorry, Dale.
Yeah, it was Dale's first meetup. But Now, Alex, you came down with the whole family. Did you guys fly down, or did you drive down, or
We
stuff
flew
like that?
down. Yep, brought the whole family down. It was kind of cool because I tried to split it up where we went down the Jupiter Lighthouse. And we got to actually explore the lighthouse, and we went up to the lighthouse, and I was actually able to fly over to it. So that was kind of cool, full experience to be like in it and see it from a distance and certain things. And there's just certain parks I was able to go to and just bring the drone up and fly around, and you take it up 200 feet and there's a beach, or like there's, there's this, it's just really cool. That area is really unique in the way where, you know, there's train tracks and there's water towers and there's inlets and there's just the beaches. And the only downside during that trip, it was kind of windy. So the Mini Ford really kind of struggled with a couple days, but luckily I feel pretty confident with my abilities with it to, don't take it too far, don't take it too high, look at something interesting, see what you like for your perspectives, and see if that's something you want to capture, but then bring it back before you lose it, because the wind down there was kind of crazy. The Mini 4 does okay, but it doesn't do great.
Well, as I was told numerous times down there, Florida's never that bad.
Yeah.
Take that however you wish.
If it rains, it only rains for 20 minutes, and then it's out, and it's sun shining, and it's beautiful. No, it doesn't rain for 3.5 days while I'm there trying to get some flights in. And then all of a sudden, when I finally go to get the one place that I really wanted to fly, a TFR just happens to pop up, and I can't fly there. I'm like, I literally got like 1 day of flying in. And
What location was that out of curiosity?
Hillsborough Lighthouse. I wanted to fly. I've been trying to fly for 3 years now. And every time I get down and I check it all, because Al Sorciano tells me all the time. He says, just whatever you do, make sure you check TFRs ahead of time. Check ahead of time, check ahead of time. All right, great. I keep checking it. This time I kept checking it all the way up until like 2 days before he goes, yeah, he says, you're going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's good. There won't be any TFRs, because typically it's 3 to 4 days out. If there's one, great, no problem. I pull it up. The one morning before I'm leaving, or as I'm leaving, that I wanted to fly it and there's a TFR. I'm like, oh God.
Hey, next year's your year. I believe it.
I'm hoping so, dude. I am so hoping so. Oh man. And then get this, to top it off, Al told me, and he told me before, but I didn't remember it, that non-107, you can only get 100-foot height. I'm like, okay. He said, yeah, but if you're a 107, don't worry about it. You can go all the way up to 400. I'm like, oh, gee, thanks, Al. I appreciate that. I said, you want to put in for me, and maybe we can. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I know. I just had to ask. But, yeah. So, what are you gonna do next year? Funny. Next year's the year.
Next year's your year. I believe it. It's gonna happen.
That's it.
I'm manifesting it for you right now. It's gonna happen.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, but I'll tell you what, when we get back up to Rhode Island, oh, Alex, you guys, I mean, some of the stuff you got up there for scenery is just amazing. It really is. I've been pushing my wife. We're trying to schedule some weekends just to kind of throw all the dogs in one vehicle and just take a ride and just do some cruising around the area so we get some flights in.
It is a crazy location. I mean, you have beaches, you have rocky, waterfronts, you have abandoned buildings, abandoned mills, converted mills. Like there really is just so many unique things in Rhode Island that I think sometimes I take advantage of, for granted, I should say, because I've been here so long, and I've flown, Kings Park in Newport, like 8 times, but in reality, like that inlet when the sun's going down and you have all the boats in the summer, all the families just coming in, and you have that sun setting right over the bridge. There are some like really key times a year in certain locations that are just remarkable.
Yeah.
So and whenever you come, just let me know.
All right. Okay. You got it. Absolutely.
I also feel that there's more night flight areas there than most other areas have. Like there's just so many different places that you can fly at night to give you some incredible shots.
There's a lot of little towns too.
Yeah.
A lot of main streets.
And they're all easy access. Like there isn't anything up there that really takes long to head to. At least if you consider how far I have to actually drive to go from town to town versus you guys, like I was shocked. I was like, wait, 5 to 10 minutes and I'm somewhere else. Like,
yeah. Well, there's that saying in Rhode Island: you live here long enough, 30 minutes, you pack a lunch because it's a long way. So
That's awesome, man. That's
crazy.
awesome.
I drive 4 hours to get to the central part of the state.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
If I'm driving 4 hours, I went to Providence and I came back and I stopped for gas.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a cool location, and you guys picked a great location to have the meetup at. And you doing it at St. Park this year?
So I guess we should disclose something here. Yes and no. We're working on locking down Festival Pier.
Okay.
If we can get Festival Pier, we're going to be having it there on Saturday.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, there's some things that need to be approved by them first, and we got everything in the works. We just need to hear back if it's okay or not.
Yeah.
So, but if not, we'll go full steam ahead and have it in the same exact spot it happened last year. Because I mean, honestly, it overall actually worked out great. I actually thought it's a gorgeous park there.
Yeah. The funniest thing there in that meetup was this baptism that was going on.
Yes.
I was like, they're probably like, what the fuck is going on?
Exactly.
I was like, oh my God. I was like, there's drones flying everywhere and they're baptizing people off to the left of us. It was the craziest thing.
It was something.
And they didn't really seem annoyed by it either. I mean, they were okay with it seemed. And
yeah.
They seem interested. They seem intrigued by it. So
yeah.
I honestly, at that meetup, I had more random people come up to me and ask me about what I was doing, what the actual drone was. It was crazy. Like there was not one Karen the entire time.
Yeah.
And that Sunday night that everyone left early except for a few of us awesome ones.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
we had a crowd.
Was there flying going on or something that night? I think maybe
there
area.
There was some. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just so you know, I was down on the Black Pearl having some chowder with my wife because after all she did, I had to give her, her time. So we went down to Newport. And we had a couple of cocktails, and we had some good chowder at the Black Pearl, and
that's a good location.
T-shirts, sweatshirts, stickers, the usual merch, and then we flew home, and I saw the sunset as I was headed out to Connecticut, and I'm like, oh God, I can't pull over. I gotta get home.
Yeah, that view was amazing actually that evening, but the more impressive part that was we had groups of people walking by and they would stop and they would talk with me, Al, Tom, Johnny, and all of us there, and I mean it was great that people were interested. They wanted to know actually what was going on, but in a curious way, not a what are you guys doing here? I mean it was very, very nice. And it's like I don't fly around people around here too much because most of our areas they don't have a lot of gathering areas around here, I guess. But it was just so cool to actually do that and experience that up there. So hopefully that happens again.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, no, the meetups have been great. I think the cool thing is you just put the face to the name. There's a lot of people where I'm liking their stuff all the time and they're like, oh yeah, I'm so-and-so. I'm like, oh, love your stuff. Like, even if they don't know me, it's just kind of cool to be like, oh, like, you're the one that posts all this really cool stuff. So it's like, or just someone who's always liking your stuff, and you're like, oh, thanks. Like, you could tell them in their face, like, I appreciate the love and support that you give me. So,
absolutely.
It's really cool to put the face to the name in my opinion.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Chuck, you got something queued up.
I do. Speaking of Alex, let's get some of your stuff here shown to everybody.
Oh yeah, I love this video.
Yeah, this one's awesome.
I got to travel a lot for work, so these are if you're I don't know if you're familiar with, but in New England there's a thing called trusted choice agents. They're basically independent insurance agents, and the company that I work for, we usually do a yearly campaign, and we travel all over New England, from Vermont to New Hampshire to Maine, to film these agents. So I was just been able to go to so many unique locations and just get some scenery. So,
And in fact,
that
just
one
the
was
very
sketchy.
start of this, I saw a couple areas that I've seen too. So absolutely
Yeah, it's
gorgeous.
That's unbelievable. I love it.
it's kind of cool that you can fly low, you can fly high.
Yeah, you've got a really good mix, Alex, with it all. I mean,
It's up north. It's like, it's hard because like when it gets wintertime, it's like you want to find structures and like towns and stuff. Things don't look as good when everything's dead.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Wow.
That's one of my favorite locations, Rangeley, Maine. Just those stretches of pure wilderness.
That's awesome. Wow.
This was Virginia. Yeah.
Well, how far is your traveling area, Alex?
It really all depends. I mean, so far I've flown in Maine, all throughout New England, I should say, Virginia, Florida, and Texas. And then my wife her family's from Ecuador, so I flew in Ecuador, which was really cool.
Oh, wow.
So that was my first time out of the country. That was one of my first drone flights when I bought the drone right there.
Oh, that's
amazing.
I didn't realize that day when I flew it how amazing that shot actually was. And then when I look back at it, I was like, I can't believe it was one of my first flights. Woke up at 5 a.m. and I went down to Ocean Drive there in Newport. And yeah, no.
Damn.
It's been fun.
Destined for greatness, Alex. That's it, man. Hey, listen, you're destined to be a superstar.
No, thank you. Don't think of myself that way. I appreciate it.
Well, you attended the South Florida Drone meetup, so therefore you and your entire family are. So
that's it. Done deal. Signed, sealed,
they all won drones.
Yeah, I was about to ask you. How was the expenses on your way back home?
I went to UPS, and it was like $60 to ship it back.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way that, we kept winning things. I'm like telling my wife, I was like, we're gonna have to ship this back. I can't. We can maybe take one or two things with us, but after winning the third one, I was like, all right, it's got to go back a different way.
And then you got
rigged.
5 overall, I think so, right?
Mm-hmm. They all the kids won a drone. And then we won some merchandise, which was nice. So, well, 2 kids won a drone. It was kind of cool because we got the helicopter, we got a GPS drone, and then we got just like a nice little introduction FPV drone that didn't have a camera on it, but it can do flips and some cool things. So the kids were happy. They all got something different. Absolutely. They got to experience that. So
that's very cool.
Yeah.
Start them out right. That's it. Like Ray says, get them hooked on drones, not drugs.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, what an experience though. Just to see them when the faces that when they won something get called up to it. I mean, literally, it made me feel just so blessed to be there to see that. It was just like, this is fantastic. It really was great.
Each one was excited. Each one looked like they were just on cloud 9. You know, and that's actually what you want to see. Like, you want to see everyone having fun, but especially them. Like if the kids are enjoying it and they hung around that whole day, they were still in great spirits. You're doing something right. So,
oh, thank you. It's different because when I fly alone, eventually they're like, we're in a location somewhere different. I usually have my drone on me. I'm like, oh, pull over and fly the drone. They're like, oh, and they roll their eyes. But they're all like, this is really cool. They're like, I think I want to fly more. So it was really cool to see like their experience seeing the community.
Yeah.
Incited them a lot more. Like I think they're a little bored of me flying because now they all have something to fly too. But when it was just me, I'm like, but it was cool. And that was what's cool about the meetups in general too, that you don't have to sign up for the raffle. Like you are already there, you're already entitled to, and there was some really cool prizes that were given away. So
I mean, honestly, there were tables of things, and there was stuff stuffed in boxes and stuff stuffed in bags underneath the tables, and it was like, and Bill Ronayne finally actually won something here this year. I was so glad he finally got, because everyone usually gets something, and somehow he's escaped that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think everyone won something.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
Poor Ray, for months, he was like he was living in an Amazon depot. Boxes just kept showing up all over the place. He's piling things up. He didn't have room for his show. I mean, the show was literally boxes all around the background and everything. I mean, good God, that was hysterical.
Yeah.
He must have been like, whew, not only am I done and tired, I got plenty of room
space
now in the house. I'm good. I got space. I can actually just stretch out a little bit.
Yeah. That's cool.
But hey, Rick, how you doing? Let's see. Oh, there we go.
Which Rick did ask, how my watermark ended up on some of your shots. I'm like, I must have stole one of the SD. I don't know. I don't know how.
You know how it is.
No worries.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing, that everyone's just so supportive.
Yeah.
We could all fly in the same location and have something different.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool compared to what I do in videography, because to an extent that's the same kind of like perception on it, but I feel like people, because you can go in the air and you can have that altitude difference compared to like videography, I think it's just so amazing to see the different perspectives people can pull out with drones in general. It's really cool to see somebody else be inspired by your work, or you're inspired by someone else's work, and 7 people can fly Jupiter Lighthouse and all 7 shots look different. Like it's really cool.
Yep. Absolutely.
Especially if you're a guy named Mark who just happened to jump in here. That guy comes up with some crazy stuff too. So
Mark is great.
The birthday boy.
Yeah, happy birthday, Mark.
Mark, happy birthday.
But that is awesome. Like everybody has sort of their own way of handling things, like whether it's how they fly, what they fly, what software actually they use, how in depth actually they actually do everything. I get in these moods where I want to sit down and just crank out something, and I'll be editing, and everything's going great. And then I'll have those days where I can't be even bothered. Like the idea of it just, I don't want to sit there. I don't want to do this tonight, but I know I got to get something out. So
yeah, it comes and goes in waves.
Yeah, it really does. When you're on it, you're on it.
And that's exactly it. And it's like, when you're in that zone, it's like, I just want to just keep on going and hammering it out, but I also have those times where I get something done and I'm so proud with what I just achieved. I don't want to continue. Like, I'm like, I know I have so much more to do, but I just nailed this so good.
Yeah. Super happy with it.
Yep.
I find it was like really difficult coming back from Florida. I was like, there's just so much stuff here. I was like, I don't even know where to start. I'm just going to put it on the hard drive and organize it. Yep. Create a game plan and hopefully attack it.
Yeah. I I have stuff from last year, Alex, that I still haven't touched yet. So
Yeah,
so
I
do
saw
I.
stuff too. I'm eventually gonna do this.
What I may do is next year do a year 3. Here's a compilation of years 1 and 2 mixed in with it, and I'll not
That'd be
tell
cool.
anybody, and no one will even know.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, that'd be cool.
Mhm. Mark says he
Mark.
hates editing. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. That guy, that is Mr. Speed Ramp. He speed ramps like nobody else's business. Boy,
He
it's
does.
just amazing.
He
I
does.
watched him do it two years ago, I think it was, on a MacBook Pro, and he had the slide bar up top
Mhm.
on the keyboard, and he's at the hotel making this video that I watched him fly. I was actually standing next to him when he was flying it, so I'm looking at the remote, and I saw everything that he was flying. He was chased a boat, and he just missed this pole. And when I'm watching on the remote as he's doing it, I'm like, damn, man, that was close. He goes, yeah. He says, I planned that. I'm like, okay, all right, I got it. But when he was editing the video back at the hotel and he starts speed ramping it, man, I was like, wow. I mean, he's got mad skill. He's just as impressive watching him fly as it is editing. He's just like all over the place, like cranking. I was like, damn. But yeah, he's got that knack.
I like the speed ramps. I'm trying to explore that more. I like cutting to the beat, but like, you know, there is something to tell about speed ramping in and out of things, and even putting that small little directional blur or something when you do it. It just kind of makes it feel completely different. Like it's really cool. So yeah, no, Mark, you do a great job.
Yeah. Now, what do you actually use to edit with?
I use Adobe Premiere.
Okay.
So when I was in school, I learned the whole Adobe suite. So a lot of what I do for work is I'll use After Effects for all my graphics, and they have a thing called a dynamic link. So like I can take a Photoshop file, bring it into After Effects, take all those layers and animate them, and take that composition and put it in Premiere. And if I go back to my Photoshop file and edit something, it all connects. So I don't gotta like re-import everything. So I like the Adobe suite for that particular reason.
Yeah. I want to love Adobe. It's just they're bugs that they seem to just let continue for years, or they'll introduce something that works wonderful, and then in the next update they break it, and then they never do go back to it. And it's like, oh, I wish they would just fix stuff, leave it alone, and just let you operate in it. But that's my experience, though. I come from trying to edit thousands of photos at a time, and it's gotten to a point that I can't do it. I can't anymore. So,
well, you know, there's, you know, I like DaVinci for their color. I like Adobe Premiere for that dynamic link.
Yeah.
I've used Final Cut. It has a really unique structure and how everything is too. I think I've been lucky, but I think Adobe is kind of one of those things. I don't think they really, the customer base, like every year they come out with a new software, right? And if you're not keeping up with the hardware as well, that's when things start breaking, because your computer can't keep up. So like, I tend to, luckily I was using an older computer, so I got, you know, one of the M4s recently, so I've been able to keep up with it. But that also worries me too, that 2 or 3 years down the road, I'm going to wonder if my hardware can even keep up, because once they update it again, I tend to like not try to update Adobe at all until like the next year stuff comes out, because I'm like, this works, I like what this is, and I'm used to it. I'm going to stick with it. I'm not going to update. I turn automatic updates off on Premiere, because like I don't like Premiere updating without me wanting to update it. Because it has some bugs, and they tend to rush things, unfortunately, and they release it and then there's a problem. And if you're not careful and you're in the middle of a big project, especially with client work that I do, sometimes it won't open a project. I've had issues with that too. So beware.
Yeah. I like, I've used their stuff. I still have it. I still pay for it, even though, you know, I hardly ever use it. But there is something about it, though, as you said, like being able to take one thing from one product of theirs and seamlessly move it around. Like just being able to actually use that same file seamlessly, just absolutely is amazing. But I do most of my stuff outside of it now, and I'm like, I just need to either cut the cord and be done with it. But I do have some of my stuff stored in their cloud still, and it's like I just need to get that off of there, and I think I can do it.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. I just when the subscription stuff started getting pretty heavy back a few years ago, I was just like, I'm old school when it comes to that. If I buy software, I want to buy it when I own it. And if you need to update it, then you could buy an update or whatever. But I want to have the software that works. And when they went to this full subscription base, and I was just like, oh God, it's just like, here we go. Here's another obviously everybody's got subscriptions for everything, but like they were getting really heavy. And like you said, when it comes to the equipment, now it's like, okay, now you got to keep with their subscription, you got to keep that up, but you also got to invest in the equipment, which is obviously not a big deal, but at the same time, it's just another concern. And it's like, oh man, enough already, just stop. So I didn't, I jumped on the Da Vinci train a while ago, and I've tried a couple out before that, and I'm pretty much in the middle of that, and a couple other the smaller ones, but that's where I think I'm going to hang. So at least for now.
No, Da Vinci's a great software.
No. I enjoy the fact that when they have an update, they notify you that there's an update, but they don't force that update on you. And you can even go back on their site and you can download previous versions. So like, if there's something that they patched that you didn't quite like, hey, no problem. You can roll that thing back. But with Adobe, what I don't like is they're shifting a lot of their updates to forcing functions and features to their cloud app, and the desktop app that you have installed doesn't work as well anymore. That's my major issue I have. Photo denoise, Adobe, if there's anybody from Adobe that ever tunes in on this, make it work in the desktop app again. It's trash. It's absolute trash. Hardware that ran the denoise perfectly years ago, the new stuff is barely able to actually run it any better. And it's like, how are we going backwards on that? Like, if it worked years ago, why can't we do it now? Why do we have to use the cloud? And then the cloud takes twice as extra long anyway.
Yep. Yeah.
There's that strive to want to just keep up with the innovation. And that's the sad part. That's scary, that just because we're moving so fast, you see a lot of companies kind of fall to that things move so quick that they think that they're doing something good, but they don't have it figured out all the way. So it is kind of scary.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, let me queue up one more of yours here. If I could find my button, it's hiding behind my screen there. And this is actually your first vlog. So, or vlog, sorry.
I had a lot of fun with this.
Hey guys, my name is Alex. I'm a photographer, videographer, and drone pilot. What I'm hoping to get out of this meetup is just to put a face with a name.
TJ.
I think a lot of content creators in this field,
He's funny.
like each other's stuff, we share each other's stuff. We don't always get to have those one-on-one interactions. It's gonna be really cool to kind of take all the skills that I've already acquired and all the things that I've done really well and kind of put that towards myself for once and kind of see how this experience works out. With that being said, I'm super happy to document my experience, and I'm super happy just to share it with everyone else.
Wish I could have brought a light to the hotel, but
That's awesome, man. Wow.
Going there early was just, I love that. Hope came through for their cameo.
I was really trying to get there early, but unfortunately, a teenager that I brought along with me was a little slow getting out of bed that day.
Heavenly Father God, we thank you, Lord, for this day.
It was difficult getting the 3 kids up, but I warned them before.
You've given us beautiful weather, Lord. We ask, Lord, that those who come and go, Lord, Father God, are blessed. Keep them in good health, Lord, Father God, and we pray that no drone goes down today.
We gotta say thank you to each and every one of you that is here today and who has come to our past events. As you know, we got a lot of giveaway prizes.
That they did.
Just fantastic, Alex.
Yeah, this is amazing. This is truly amazing work.
The whole experience was something different and unique. I would definitely say coming to the 6th annual South Florida Drone Meetup definitely met my expectations. I was really happy to be part of such a unique experience with so many amazing people and start friendships and communication with people that I wasn't too familiar with. I think putting a face to a name really helps. And as we continue to get better and post and share all the wonderful things that we're doing, it just makes it that much more meaningful when you're able to actually comment and share those experiences online. I think it's important to say that Florida and New England are really different. So when people come from all over the country to Rhode Island or New England in general, it's nice that we're able to actually show them around our neck of the woods and show them the different.
The RC cars are great.
Coastlines and the city and the character here in New England.
Oh, I know
which
what table
is something
you're at.
that a lot of people don't experience too often. Just like me going down to Florida, it's just a brand new experience for me. So every day was just exciting and new. Everywhere I went, it was just a different perspective. And just seeing what different parts of our country have to offer, I think it's really cool to continue to build these experiences with other people that hopefully I'll be seeing more often, more frequently, and building, again, better friendships with. The highs of the experience really are just being able to collaborate with each other, but some of the lows are with so many drone pilots in such close proximity to each other. We did lose a couple drones and a helicopter during the experience, which is always heartbreaking to see someone lose a drone, especially when they cost so much money and we put so much love and care into our equipment. I think as drone pilots, we really want to try to make sure that we're safe.
There's the
and that we're keeping everyone around us safe. And sometimes
that thing was pretty cool too.
Happens. It's not something we can afford to. It's not
that thing could zoom.
Happen,
the cop was showing us he could look all the way across the day.
And hopefully it won't happen anymore in any future meetups. There were so many highs to counter that the experience overall was just amazing.
This may be my favorite video of all the ones I've seen from a town there, honestly. I mean, it's good enough that this could be the advertisement.
It's really awkward being on camera. I don't know what to say sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm just staring into the lens of emptiness. So it's going to be really interesting to be able to actually have an experience like this so I can look back at myself and see my perspective and how I actually approached this in a filmmaking way as well. I did comment earlier before the trip that I don't do too many vlogging experiences like this, so I was super excited to actually put the camera in front of me, lower my guard, and kind of have a fun time with this. So I hope you guys enjoy what I've done.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a good time.
Yeah, dude.
That Alex is probably one of the best videos I've watched, period. And as I said, I think for South Florida, Ray, if pick that up and use that to advertise. I mean, it shows it off. It actually shows off the area. It shows all the people. And I mean, the camera work you did is just phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. That was the first time I went handheld. I usually have one of those gimbals. I couldn't bring it on the flight. So I was just like, thank you so much. Cause like that just, like I said, when I set that camera up the morning in the hotel room and I stood, the kids are laughing at me because I'm like doing my intro like 6 times. They're like, are you going to get it right this time? So it's just, I'm glad it all came through. But, I think, like I said, all the things that I've done for other people, being able to do it for myself, I'm just happy to have the passion to want to have fun with it. And I'm glad that shows through with the work. So, I don't take the compliments for granted. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, the first time I saw that, I was blown away. Yeah. And then watching it again, like you pick up on more happening in it. And I mean, it's just, Ray, use that as an advertisement. Yeah. Seriously. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's funny. I sit back as I'm watching it, Alex, and you're focused on certain people. I'm like, hey, Dusty, hey, look at this, Marcus, hey, and you just sit there in your head, and it literally makes you happy watching it, Alex. It brings out it sounds silly or whatever you want to call it, but it actually invoked emotion from me as I watch it. You know what I mean? The music was dramatic in the background. It's pulling you into it, and then you're showing something that's hitting somebody with just this passion of where you're at and what you've seen. Your work, everything you're trying to put into it's coming through it, and it's received on the other end for sure. No lie. Just awesome job.
I didn't know. Like, thank you so much. I hope to do more of them. Now I'm trying to think of like how can I tell like that. Just I couldn't have asked for a better turnout with that video. So I'm like, I have my work cut out for me in New England when it happens, because I'm gonna try to bring my camera and document that as well, and everything's gonna be different. But that's the cool thing about videography and flying drones and videography and editing, that everyone does it differently, and
yeah,
I'm glad that my particular style and how I approach it is well received, because sometimes I try to keep going back to the style that I have, and I'm like, I like this style, I like how I tell my story, and I always try to pull different influences in, which is really like we were talking about with the time ramp, the time ramps. Like I like pulling new things in and just continuing to build that craft, because we're all learning from each other and getting better, and that's the kind of the cool thing about supporting each other, is that hopefully it makes somebody want to do something a little better next time that they film.
And that no matter what it is actually you need help with or wish to share, all of us are just a click away at this point too. Like, I don't know anybody that, if you needed help or I needed help or John needed help, that we couldn't just reach out to and say, hey, I saw in this, how did you do that? I don't think one person would hide anything. He'd be like, here, sit down. Let me
show you. Yeah.
Let me show you step by step,
Yeah, that's the cool thing, that it's just, it's so collaborative, and there's between the FPV pilots and the GPS pilots and people walking around with the 360 cams, and everyone having their own unique perspectives on with how they're doing audio, and it really, if you haven't been to a meetup, it's really cool, because it's more than just a meetup, and it's more than just drone flying. There's so many people that are just there documenting their experiences and having fun and sharing those experiences with each other. So I think that really brings it full circle.
Yeah,
you're absolutely spot on with that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. And again, your vision, you nailed it, dude. I mean, that's exactly, that's the whole family. That's the community, It's just, and what I like about it is it's growing. We've got more as we, we've got a bunch of OGs in here, and as things go on, you get bringing in the new guys, and there's a bunch of new people that've been in, and you sit back and I'm learning stuff from people that I've only been flying for a year or 2 years, and all of a sudden you're like, oh wow, well, that's cool. I didn't realize that. I mean, I did. Johnny was gracious enough to hang out with me for a while it was raining. Down at the South Florida Drone Meetup, and he showed me some stuff on flying, and I've been flying for years. He showed me stuff on how to operate things, and I was like, I never knew that. So now that's all I do.
Yeah,
it's just it's awesome. It really is. You can learn it from everybody.
Now you did send him his check, right?
I did, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my updated show schedule. No, I'm just kidding. This is my show schedule. Painstakingly, Johnny puts that all the time. Thanks, Johnny, for doing that. Keeps me on track, at least. I got to put alarms on my phone to track the shows. I have a certain tone that's kind of somber. So whenever somebody's show's coming on, it'll give me a heads up, 15, 20 minutes ahead of time, because, your life gets busy. So, but yeah, thanks to Johnny. I appreciate that, Johnny.
Now, of course, one person that we could probably learn a lot from is Rick, but pinning him down to learn something from him that's the hardest part.
No,
finding him is, he could be anywhere at any time.
Exactly. He doesn't even have to do that bewitched thing with the nose, that twinkle 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 thing. He just goes like this and he's out.
Oh, that's great.
Man.
So quickly here to add, you mentioned 360. Is that a next step also, or is that something actually you're not quite interested in yet? Or
I am a firm believer in everything that's coming out is a tool, right? And what I can put together, I it's what I want to accomplish. You know, if I fly 360, there's going to be a different perspective of how I'm going to approach it from the GPS drone or the FPV drone. And I think that's what's cool about it is that, you know, you can actually make this what you want to make it. You know, if you just want to bring it in the air and just admire the fact that you're flying something, or that, you know, you can see that life's just not on the ground, like that you
Yeah.
can elevate yourself. And I found a lot of locations that I live near, if I go 200 feet in the air, it doesn't even look like the same place.
Yep.
And it blows my mind that just 200 feet can make that much of a difference. So like, I think a 360 drone would be great, but I would approach it in a way of what do I want to do with it? You know, like I think when I saw somebody post, and I'm sorry I don't remember the name, but they flew under the bridge over there when we were in Florida, and they were just able to kind of look up under the drone, like look under the bridge and look left and right. And it is kind of cool that you can just, you know, if you don't really feel comfortable with FPV and you don't want to just have those quick turns and those quick flights, that you can kind of also still fly in a location and be able in post to kind of move it around and kind of be creative in your own right. It's interesting. It's fun. It's a different perspective and a different thing that is going to continue to evolve as people find the fun in it. You know, I still see some edits with those things that from, you know, some of the real crazy people that are doing things with it, where they're doing like the 360s, like not only being able to turn the camera, but they're doing like that little globe in the world. And, you know, there's someone's playing basketball and it goes like this and it goes like that and it goes like that. And it's like, wow, that's really, really cool and different.
Which I have to say, Johnny loves those. So everybody, please post more of them because Johnny just cannot get enough.
Johnny is all about the tiny worlds. He is all about
it. Yeah, no, I think that was the most interesting thing I saw in the 360s, when people do those little tiny worlds with the 360 and they go into it and they come out of it. It's just like, oh, that's cool. That's something that you know, you wouldn't have thought you would be doing with that. And like I said, as people start having more fun with it, you're going to start seeing really cool things. And that's what I like about this field, that it continues to evolve. So
absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. And like, Rod actually mentioned in the chat, you know, camera drones get great photos and whatnot, but for that flying experience, FPV's got it made. Like there's just something about it. You know, and I can't wait to see what you end up doing there.
I'm excited to get out of the simulator. I've heard mixed opinions. Some people are like, oh, stay in the simulator, get so many hours, and then there's other people who are like, screw simulator, buy one, crash it, buy a cheap one, just have fun with it, get out there now. They're like, it's actually easier to fly that than the simulator. So like when I was down there, I was getting opinions, and everyone kind of had their different perspective on it.
Well, let me just say this. I tried flying the Neo in full manual before I had a lot of time in, right? I got it up in the air and I brought it right back down because I knew, I'm like, I don't have how, like the actual feeling isn't actually there yet. And I'm like, I'm going to get out of control. This thing's going to hit a tree, guaranteed. So I went back in the sim. I spent some more time with it. Once I felt comfortable in the sim and I knew every button, I jumped in, and my first flight back in it, flawless.
Nice.
Like it felt natural. It felt comfortable. So that's how it worked for me. It might not work for you, but I felt a lot better afterwards. So, you know, Rodney Bell, he didn't. He just bought a drone and he just went out and sent it until eventually he got it right. You know, and hey, if that works, by all means do it. But you know, I'd rather crash for free
Yeah.
then
I got 3 kids, so I'm crashing for free for a while before I want to get in and out of that barn. That's what I say. I get in and out of that barn because the turning is just you're controlling so many different aspects just to turn, and let alone all the other cool things you can do, that it really does take that muscle memory.
Yeah, for sure. D-man. That's funny. I don't want to brag, but I can crash more than anyone. I don't know. I challenge you, D. I challenge you.
I was going to say, this guy here, once he gets in it, might have to beat. I don't know.
Look out. Hey, listen, I busted out the Neo 2 this weekend with the Goggles 3 and the motion controller. And I'll tell you what, I was zipping across some grass, man. Let me tell you.
And a lot of FPV only guys like to say the motion controller is junk, blah, blah, blah. I'll tell you what, though, there's something about flying a drone with that thing that is just relaxing.
Yeah.
Like it's just you're flying it. You're not not doing this. You're flying the thing, and it's just I love controlling it in every single way. But there's something about that if I just want to go out and get a nice, relaxing flight in, every time. Every time I use that. So
that's my next goal.
It's awesome, Alex. It really is. I used it again. I was telling Josh before the show. I used it on Saturday for probably 5 batteries worth. And I'm just it's so, because all I fly is camera drones, and Joe Fodolio built me an Omerta, and I just haven't gotten to it yet because there's so much with it. But Josh told me if I'm going to break something, start with like the Neo or the Neo 2. And so I'm trying to fly it. But
I mean,
man, it's that. And then Dale with that damn Superman video on his Avata. That's literally put you in that mode of that Superman just flying with that controller, and you're just watching it. You're not looking to take pictures or whatever. You're just flying, and it's just like, wow, this is pretty damn cool. So
yeah,
I got the bug.
That's the next. I saw a lot of the Neo 1 and 2 down there, like, and they, they just look. I was laughing when I first saw it, because it's like you're using the force. You're like left, right, land. And it's just like listening to you. You're like, it's really funny.
And Dale, you're supposed to go between the goalposts. You're not supposed to hit the goalpost. Just
Yes, Dale. I was forwarded a video today, Dale, of this really strange flight that I saw for the first time, and afterwards I was like, oh God, that's not those are a post, not a video. And this should be interesting. I'm curious. I can't wait to hear the repercussions and how things went, if it still flies or not. But
I did ask him in the chat, and he said that I wouldn't want to actually know, and I'm like, you're right.
Oh man, sorry, dude. That's terrible. RJ, great. Yeah, RJ. The thing is with me, I don't want to slice anybody's jugular with the Omerta. That thing is, dude. That thing's like it's like a samurai. I mean, if you're gonna hurt somebody, that's what it's going to be with, because that could kill somebody. So I got to be really careful. I got to at least get my bearings first.
And the power it has is definitely a little more than what anything that you currently has. So,
yes.
I think I'm more of a 3 to 3.5 inch quad guy myself. I want something that's a little bit acrobatic, but nothing too insane. I don't want that, instant punch where it just zooms off and it's gone.
I think some of the freestyle stuff would be fun. I think what I really would like to do is try to get more into learning how to fly some of the little cine whoop ones, so I can like do some more like indoor real estate and like just exploration inside buildings and get paid for that, because that just seems really fun. You just kind of sit down and you let the person that you're filming for watch you do it. Like, there's a thrill to it that I'm excited to get into with FPV, that I do all my precautionary stuff with the GPS drones, and I think I do really good with it. But there's a different level of safety when it comes to FPV that I'm excited to explore.
For sure.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it.
Well, I mean,
Rod,
I'm sure you've gotten lots of tips and everything, but the Pavo 20 Pro 2 is a fantastic one. It flies well. The quality of everything on it's great. Cheap overall too. So
yeah, I'm gonna put probably a little bit more into the simulator, and then I'm definitely going with a couple people have introduced me to like the little $200-300 starter drones that you don't have to build, you can just buy and they're ready to go. Because obviously I think the intriguing part of it all too is learning how to fix your drones when they crash, or just make them how you want. I forget the guy's name that had all those drones on the table there in my video, but he told me the most expensive, well, not most expensive one, the fastest one he had could hit like 250 miles an hour. So he only did it like once over open water, and he doesn't know what he'd actually use it for. But
that I will say this: if you want information on particular drones and how they handle, Rod has just about everything, and he's looked into just about everything. So,
oh my God.
He can tell you everything about them. So,
yeah.
I mean, he's been fantastic helping out me on the side on some things. And, just there again, there's someone out there in this group that can help you,
that's
guaranteed.
awesome.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, that's cool.
Good deal. Well, Alex, again, we're just pushing past an hour, but good. Thanks so much for coming on. I mean, we really appreciate it. And
thanks for having me.
Meeting the family down there, or just seeing everybody, and it was just awesome. It was a great experience in an experience, to be honest with you.
I was happy to bring them. Even some people told me like, "Oh, you brought your family?" I was like, "Yeah, I know, they're having fun." For granted, that's why when I was down there, I had to go do some other things that weren't drone related, or they would have killed me. But it was really fun. I'm glad even me having the in my video, I got all their faces when they won their prizes. So just to have those memories on camera, and I can play this back for them when they're adults is, it's really cool. So I had a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'm still learning more every day.
It's fantastic. So, are you registered for the Northeast Drone Meetup yet?
Yes.
Yes, he is.
Good. I am like 6 or 7.
Okay, just double checking. Just double checking. Anybody hasn't registered yet, please register as soon as possible, because we got to rush on things. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's going to be September 11th. But Josh, we did lock up Snookers. So Snookers is a go. That's 100%.
That's
we will be at Snookers Friday night from 5 to 8.
Nice.
Like last year, and they've been gracious enough to let us come and trample the place again.
Which I have to say, their food was fantastic. Like I had heard everything there is good, but I was blown away by it, honestly. So
absolutely. Were amazing.
I'm a local, and I never actually had been in there, and it was really nice to see the space. And they had that nice room in the back for everybody. It was cool. It was cool to go in there and see it. And they have a lot of memorabilia and all this other stuff. It was a good atmosphere. So
yeah, it was a good spot for sure. Yeah, they told us if we run over the allotted amount, they have more room for us. So we're like, all right, let's just kind of pace ourselves and we'll see where we're at, because as things go up, things go up.
That's true.
But we should be good. We'll be really good. But cool, very good. Cool. Alex, again, thank you so much for coming on. Keep up the vlog, man, because it was great. It really is. It's moving. It's fantastic. And
you absolutely nailed it. So
thank you. I appreciate you guys having me on, and I just happy to continue to meet people. My other hobby is karate, so like a lot of times I miss these drone shows because I compete. If you saw my video, all those trophies, I compete in karate, so a lot of times I'm training on the side of flying drones. So just happy to actually be able to carve some time out on a Monday and hang out with you guys.
Nice.
So,
Wow.
so the next time that Mark tries to deal with a much larger gentleman,
Yeah.
maybe he should seek out you first. And maybe,
Hey, the first rule of training is if you don't have to fight, you just run away. So
See that?
I'm a humble martial artist.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
Oh boy. All right, Alex. Thank you very much again. Appreciate it. And we'll see you soon. And we'll catch you in the chats.
Sounds good. See you
All right,
guys
thanks,
later.
partner. You got it.
See it. All right, man.
Well,
Hey,
Josh, we only crashed a couple of times. So it wasn't bad. Not bad at all. So that's okay.
and I don't think any of the crashing was our own doing either this time. So
No, which was nice.
I'll take that as a
Appreciate
win
you.
this week.
I will take that as a win. Oh man. We got a special show coming up pretty soon.
We do.
Oh boy.
And I don't think we've really worked out everything on it yet.
No, we haven't.
We've just talked about it. So
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some special things happening though. I just have a feeling. I
Yeah.
don't know what they might be yet. Maybe.
Oh no.
Maybe I do.
Something.
Maybe I don't, but there is something. Yeah, we're coming up on our first year. Our first full year of this.
Wow, dude, this is crazy. A year.
It just
Woo-hoo.
doesn't seem right. Like I honestly every week feel like this is like our not our first show, but like one of still. Like I'm still thinking, do I have everything ready? Or is there anything in mind that I didn't do? Is there something that's not operational tonight? My keyboard here tonight stopped actually working out of the blue, and I just needed to power it off and on again. So again, as an IT guy, if it's not working, turn it off and on again. First thing you do ever. So, but
the power switch is your friend.
yeah, but I am working on a special intro on that show, which, as some of you who may actually see our show occasionally know, that special events, special holidays and whatnot, I like to try to do something. So I'm trying to work on something special on that show as well.
Cool.
And
Very cool.
it's already in the works. It just needs some time.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. No, we'll be doing some neat stuff for our 1 year anniversary, and there might even be some giveaways. We'll see.
Could
You
be.
never know. Could be. But
Giveaway could be us inviting ourselves to spend the night at somebody else's area.
exactly. Oh, by the way, guess what? We're gonna hang out at Dusty's house. We're gonna fly nude. No, Dusty, we're not coming back down just yet. No.
And the clothes are going to be staying on. Just
Yes. Oh shit, that's right. We're still on the air. Thanks, Mark. Hey, Captain Joe. But guys, listen, thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for checking us out every week. I mean, this is just us doing I don't know, just being goofy and doing what we do. Talking to some pretty awesome people in the community. And thank you guys for everything you do for the community and making it better. I mean, making everybody, you all put it together and you're making people want to come and stay in the community and help everybody out. It's just gratifying. It's fantastic. But
should I be concerned that Rick is asking me what the weather at the track's going to be like this Saturday? Saturday is looking like it might be the only day here that it doesn't rain, but there's still a 24% chance showing on my end right now.
okay, all right.
But
Captain Joe, I have no idea. No idea. But
yeah,
all right,
thank
guys.
you guys as well. It's amazing having everyone here every week, and I think we had even more names tonight than we've had in a long time. So thank you guys so much for continuously showing up. And I know a lot of you guys don't maybe catch us live, but there's a ton of you who always actually tune in after the fact, and just thank you every single one out there. It means a lot.
Absolutely. All right, everybody, fly safe. Get out there, do some flying. Let's get some stuff posted. No matter if you think it's great or not, because God knows my stuff's terrible. Put it up there, as Josh says. Just
get it up there.
Just post it.
Yep, just post it.
Again, thanks, guys. Have a great week. We'll catch you on the streams.